And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's Chandler Catanzaro ready to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Watson on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Julius Peppers able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Richmond. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 46 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
20.
From the gun, here's Newton. Steps away, and right away, he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
The tension shifting back to Carolina as they come onto the field, and you talked about it earlier. They started 6-2. Everything was looking, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for a loss on the play. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down throw for Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now Newton on first down. Now he'll be wet. Pick up his 2nd sack.
Somebody calls the queen. Dagger.
I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got this grease on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me, Pacific ice, I'm an ocean, ready for war like I'm Russian, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly, they call it for me and they, you want me like
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Here's Chandler Catanzaro ready to get this one started. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Julius Peppers in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. A shotgun snap for Newton. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. No doubt it was a good season for McCaffrey. Finishes 6th in the league in rushing the football over 1,000 yards. But how about what he did in the pass game?
Imagine if he just focused on one or the other, the kind of numbers he could put up. Instead, combining fantastic season. Over 1,000 on the ground, over 100 catches in the air. This guy can flat out do it all. And if they weren't worried about injury, he'd return punts and kickoffs as well. He's a dynamic player.
And those 100 thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
But the Houston Texans, as they come onto the field, obviously their offseason hit a little earlier than they wanted in January, making it to the playoffs, losing to Indianapolis. It was the first time that 2 AFC South teams had actually met in the playoffs when they squared off with the Colts.
And think about how the 2 of them began the year. Houston began 0-3. The Colts began 1-5. Yet they both finished so hot. The Colts down the stretch, 9-1 in their last 10. Houston 8-2, and end up meeting in the playoffs. And both of them ended up winning on the other team's home field. The Colts did it twice. Houston did it once.
But as you said several times, hard for Houston to be completely disappointed with the ending. They have a lot to build on for next year. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Black 99 Philly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Watson dumps it complete to Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the 1st quarter. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Captain Mutterland. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game. They win it 32-30. The MVP, the McCourty twins, Jason and Devin. They both get 2 interceptions apiece, and instead of splitting the trophy, they wrestle for it right there in the 50-yard line post-game because, you know, sibling rivalries, one always wants the upper hand.
Okay, that's bold. I'll go Rams on a Greg Zuerlein 44-yarder from the right hash as time expires.
44, that's nothing for him.
MVP Todd Gurley, 2 touchdowns, 1 catching, 1 rushing.
I like it.
There you go.
You don't like the McCourty thing, though?
No, I do like that. If that happens, you're Nostradamus.
There you go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the red zone now, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Black 99, feel it. Tiger.
To throw on second is Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Being chased out left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but, you know, the Patriots...
nobody believes in them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they were. They know they're not the underdog.
They know it, but when you've been that great for this long,
you need something.
You've got to find something different. And Tom Brady, I've got to give him credit. Somehow he made his team buy that and believe in it when no one else in the country did. And I think it really started with their first playoff game this year when the Chargers came to town. I know I picked the Chargers against them. A lot of people picked the Chargers. They took that as, well, no one believes in us, and everyone thinks we're not as good. They were just wrong about that part, as we were wrong about the Chargers beating them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. the gun. Newton escaping the pressure right. Oh, he stays up. He can't get him down. Where is this play going? Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking on the midfield logo. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And the Texans set to come onto the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Now he's flushed out left. He may try and run for this. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Watson now operating from the gun. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The All-Pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And the Panthers coming out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before the break. Newton. Flush to his right. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On the move to his left. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Rolling to his left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try to chip someone at the second level.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Whitney merciless. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Third and long. It's Newton. Steps away to his left. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On first down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Come back, come back.
Watson on first down. On the right side, this is Miller. And down inside the 15 he goes. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Richmond.
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Stop made there by Julius Peppers.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Black 22. Black 22.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Newton on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
hey.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
4 down, 4 down. Alert. Shift. Richmond.
From the gun, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Again, it's Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. And Watson's going to throw it here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Captain Mutterland. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Throwing now, Watson. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Flag 22! Flag 22! Tiger! Check.
On 3rd down, Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And that is off target to the right. Never had a chance, not even close. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
One last throw here for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.